Luke. He's a hero! What are you talking about?
Alright, so I am no theologian by any means, so don't be afraid to rebuke me in the comment section and correct me if I say something stupid here. But this topic has really been put on my heart, and I feel like I should talk about it. And obviously, the topic is Christian community and its importance. And I just want to share my story a little bit. So, in high school, I really didn't have a group of Christian friends to surround myself with. And I think my faith struggled because of that in high school. I called myself a Christian, but my faith was super shallow. And yeah, I wouldn't say I followed Christ very well at all. But, they say you become the 5 people you're around the most. And the 5 people I was around the most in high school were not Christians. They're great guys, they're all good guys, but they weren't Christians. They weren't actively pursuing Christ. And my faith struggled because of that. And it really wasn't until college that I found that group of guys that really helped me pursue Christ. And I was around guys that were in the same walk of life as me. And I really believe that God put me in the middle of nowhere, Nebraska, for that sole reason of finding community and growing in my faith. And that community really set the spark in me that helped me grow my faith and make it my own. And it really, it set me on fire. And it was awesome to see how God worked in my baseball team in Nebraska. I mean, we grew our Bible study from 8 guys to over 20 guys, over half the team. And we were filling up living rooms where people couldn't even sit down because there wasn't enough seats. It was just awesome to see a group of guys trying to just get after it and really grow in God together. And yeah, I think that community was the sole reason I was there. And after I found that and felt that, I made it a mission to really find community wherever I went. So when I moved back to Kansas City, I reached out to some friends and really tried to grow that community in Kansas City. And yeah, now we meet on Saturdays for Bible study. We go to church on Sundays. On Tuesdays, we have young adult services. And it sounds like a corny Christian thing, but these guys are my closest friends here, and we really do life together. And I know, like I said, it's a corny Christian thing, because it was let's go do life together. But it really is true. We do life together. We're in the same kind of walk of life together. We're all the same age. We're kind of just going through the same things. It's awesome to have that Christian community to not only encourage each other, but also hold each other accountable. And when maybe one of us does something stupid, we aren't afraid to call each other out and be like, hey, maybe that's not the maybe that's not the most Christian thing to do. Maybe that's not the most godly thing to do. And it's much needed, because I didn't have anybody call me out in high school. And it's awesome just to have that community and just to be able to grow my faith with those guys. And it makes it so much easier. Like Jesus said in Matthew 18:20, I'm pretty sure it is what it is. When two or more are gathered in my name, I am with them. I mean, I've felt his presence more being around all these guys, and even when I walk away from it now, I feel his presence more, because I'm actively just with people who are just helping me grow in my faith. And I think it's super important to have that community in your life to help you grow in faith. Now, that being said, while Christian community is really important, I think even more important is spreading the gospel, spreading the word. And to do that, you also need to have community outside your Christian community that aren't Christians. Because that's what we're called to do, is we're called to live on mission. And we can't just isolate ourselves to our Christian communities because it makes us feel all warm and fuzzy. But we have to go outside of it too and really spread the word and try and help those who don't have what we have. And I think that is something I see a lot of people struggle with, is just staying inside the Christian communities and not really going outside because they don't want to deal with that. But I think that's exactly what we're called to do, is to bring those people in and really show them what we have. So that's really just what I wanted to talk about. I know it's not like what I typically do. It's not really a vlog, but if you're struggling in your faith, if your faith is feeling shallow just like mine was, don't be afraid to reach out to a friend, reach out to somebody. People are really looking to just help people, and don't be afraid to reach out to somebody, help grow that community and grow your community and just be a light. So God bless. I'll see y'all in the next one.